The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Hello! I normally don't start it out, but welcome to SinCityBounty.com. That's where I normally come in. So you can see it's just me right now. We are waiting on Alexia. She is on her way in. And
we're not waiting for anybody.
Johnny Fever said we're not waiting for anybody. So I will try and follow some of the different feeds going on, but I'm blonde, I confuse easy, and I will do the best that I can. So it's not just listening to me. I can kind of drown on over and over listening to my own voice. So we do have Johnny Fever here. So is your mic on?
Yes, can't you hear it?
Now I can hear it. I wasn't sure. Is mine?
Yes, your mic
Mine's
is on.
so awesome. All right, so the exciting thing.
Oh wait, let me turn on the camera.
May, oh yeah, that would help.
No.
So everyone, it's May. And the best thing about May is, are you ready? What is it? I feel very weird here by myself. Actually, really quick, Sierra was really good at this stuff. Whenever she had to be in here and talk by herself, she was really good about it. I feel a little awkward, so it's a little different for me. I normally just talk to myself at home. So anyway, happy National Masturbation Month.
Who sponsors that, by the way?
I mean, your penis.
Who came up with the? What if you don't have a penis in there?
Or your vagina.
Okay.
They
but
got together.
Who came up with that idea? Who says
know,
let's have a National Masturbation Month?
I feel that people who really liked to masturbate.
But that's everybody. But
not necessarily. Believe it or not, only I had some facts here, but only about 88% of people masturbate.
Only about 88%.
So, I don't know what the other 22% do.
They watch Trump on Fox.
Probably. And Tim, yes, I will probably take some colons as well, just so you know. So yeah. But this month, so National Masturbation Month, there's a really cool thing going on, and there is a company called Tenga, and they're a sex toy company, and Tenga is actually encouraging you to masturbate for National Masturbation Month. And so what they are doing is they are launching a campaign called #DoItInMay. Basically what it is if you pledge that you're going to jerk off or masturbate, they'll donate $1 for everybody who goes on and pledges, and $2 every time you use their hashtag. You could probably go on and pledge that you're going to do it, and maybe not, but why not, right?
Yeah, why not?
Just go for it.
Of course, at my age, I don't call it masturbation. I call it a system check.
Cleaning the pipes.
Cleaning the pipes, yeah.
Yeah, oiling the machinery. Yep. Yeah, they are going to donate the money to CIECUS. It's the Sexual Information and Education Council of the United States. And so they advocate for sex ed access and reproductive health services. They will donate up to $10,000. It's not a mind-blowingly orgasmic amount, but it's not nothing either. So
they should have made that already today.
They probably.
I mean, this is the second. 88% of the population. Is that just America or is that worldwide?
I believe it's worldwide.
Holy shit! Listen, that means at any one time there's got to be a couple of 100,000 people doing it.
At any point,
what are we at? What are we at now? 3 billion people? 4 billion people on the planet?
I was at like 1 million, 2 million. Your count's probably closer than mine.
So at 88%, that's almost 90%. So over 300 billion people on the planet are masturbating.
Not right now, though.
Okay, so let's say
Not
only
right this moment.
yeah, okay, maybe only 40%. So only, 1.5 billion are doing it right now?
I mean, how many are? I don't know. Is anybody out there willing to admit that they are right this moment?
Give me a second.
Yes.
That's why I stay on this side of the camera.
Right. And that's why you're like, give me a heads up if you're walking past this side of the counter. Okay, so I had my facts wrong. I'm so sorry. It's 88% of Americans have masturbated.
Okay, so that's 300 million? 300 million in America?
Right, or 1 to 2 million. One of our numbers is right.
No.
I'm not sure
I'm pretty sure 300 million is correct.
I think you're probably right.
So that means in America, 88%. Okay, so there's at least 200 million.
Right, a good amount.
At 200 million, that's only 66%. So it's probably 2.5 million or 250 million. Holy shit. That's
Those are
still
lots
a lot
of
people.
numbers. So men masturbate almost twice as
No
often.
wonder that asshole got elected.
Men masturbate almost twice as often as women each month. Obviously, I wasn't in that survey, so...
I was going to say, they obviously don't know some of my girlfriends.
So, one Tim is at the gym, obviously masturbating. What else do you do at the gym to burn calories? And the other Tim said it was like 20 minutes ago. So...
He couldn't even wait till the show started?
No, exactly. Can anyone else not see anything? Someone said they can't see. So if you can't see, let me know.
Because they've gone blind.
Because they've gone so blind from masturbating? That's what happened to my eyesight. So millennials masturbate an average of 15 times per month compared to Gen Xers, which is 12 times, and Boomers, which is 7. So you're a Boomer, right?
Yes.
And I'm a Gen Xer.
Somebody's numbers are way off.
I'm not going to argue the numbers.
And who's counting? Who's doing the counting?
I'm not sure. 76% of women and 58% of men say adult toys have improved their masturbatory experiences. So, apparently...
I know that
That's a
$4
good
grand for
thing.
that doll was well worth it.
Here's somebody. So I love whoever is the marketing person at Tenga. One of their tweets was, "Choke your chicken for a worthy cause." I mean, that's kind of awesome. Why don't I this is the job that I want.
Yeah.
I want to encourage people. Let's see. So definitely check them out. Go on Tenga. I also posted it on our SinCityBounty page. So you can get the opportunity to help contribute to this.
Now, this is the month to go out looking for advertisers.
That's
Kleenex,
true.
lotion,
Yes.
batteries.
Although, do you really use lotion? Or can you just spit? I mean, what's the...
All I have to do is think.
And then that's it?
Yeah, that's it, dong.
Although I did
But I've been practicing for a long time, so...
I did see a lotion here, so
Yes.
I do know I called you out on that last week. Like, hey.
No, but that's to keep my hands soft.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Because I don't want to be, with rough hands.
Obviously not. I definitely do not blame you for that.
Are we going to talk about anything else on the show this week?
I mean, it's basically,
That's
it's
it?
Masturbation
Okay.
Month, and it is May. What else do you talk about? I mean, that's it. Show's over. We
Okay,
talked
so
about...
what's your favorite time of the day?
Just in general, or
No. What are we talking about?
masturbation.
Okay. What's your favorite time of the day to masturbate?
The middle of the day.
Why the middle of the day?
Because I'm in the middle sometimes of a very stressful work day, and it's, it's relaxing.
And nobody's home.
Right. So I work from home, so that makes it a little easier.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm not in the office and like, hey guys, can you shut my office door and come back in,
I'm taking a
3.5
long lunch.
minutes. I don't need 3.5 minutes will do.
Yeah.
Tim said, I'm a millennial, and to be super honest, if I have the day to myself, I've gone about 6 times legitimately, and he prefers lotion. The other Tim said spit is free, and Dawn said, ironically, Viagra can cause blindness. So
It does make give everything kind of a blue tinge.
does it?
Yeah.
If you take it like you see in blue?
No, it just kind of, it's like a blue aura.
No, are you being serious?
No.
I'm so sorry.
It's a
No, you do not see blue, but you can go blind. So I don't know which you prefer.
But is it the Viagra, or is it just because you can masturbate more?
I don't know. I don't know. But where the hell is Alexia?
I bet she's in her car.
She's listening on the way going, those fuckers, what did they do to our show?
She had to stop because it's masturbation month.
She took a break.
Yeah.
She took a break. She's masturbating somewhere. I did read another article today. Why I always click on the masturbation ones, I don't know. But this is for a guy. There's signs that you're masturbating too much. So apparently you have to slow down. If you if you hit any of these signs, one is a preference over getting laid. So if you prefer masturbating to getting laid, you might want to
definitely
check that out. If you have difficulty while lovemaking, it's probably because you're not giving sufficient time to your body to replenish before you begin again. Number 5 is multiple partners. And that one is you may have been involved with multiple love partners and you never feel satisfied after lovemaking, a reason that you've been using your hand a little too much. So, and here's a big one, guys. This is very important. Very important. Got this? Excess masturbation will lead to hair loss. So, it's not the only reason for hair loss. But if you've noticed sudden hair loss, you should probably slow it down a bit.
Oh, so it's just sudden hair loss.
Yes.
If it's gradual, it's okay. That's
Well,
natural.
I
That's
mean,
natural causes, right?
Over time,
Yeah.
maybe. It's never the last shot. Single practice isn't enough for you. You've developed a habit of doing it multiple times in the same night. If you find yourself awake till late at night, you just never will miss the chance of going for the last shot. Believe it or not, it says there's supposed to be 8 reasons, but I really only counted like 6. So,
Number 7 is you get really bad at math.
7. The 7th sign that you masturbate too much is you're bad at math. Dawn says, see it is as they say, you play with it too much. Timothy said, isn't it a blood thinner? Viagra, I think it is.
Yes, it is.
So that could be why.
Well, actually, it's not a blood thinner. It lowers your blood pressure.
The other Tim said there has been a time when my hand was the better partner.
And it was cheaper.
And Tim, again, these are different Tims, said, well, I'm built like the Sasquatch, so I'm good. So, hey, now you know a little more, hopefully, about Masturbation Month. So get out there, jack it off, and do your thing. So anyway, to lead in
Moving
to the
right
next
along.
story. Okay, so I probably shouldn't align this with masturbation, but it was just a story that while I was pulling these up.
No, please don't. Let's talk about something else first. You're not going to go there, are you?
Okay, I'll go to a different one.
So wait,
and
wait,
then I'll
wait,
go
wait,
back.
wait. How was your week?
My week was great. I
Yeah?
had a week.
Cool.
I had something happen. I went to Red Label on Saturday. So I went out for like the first time in quite some time, and I had something weird happen. So I'm
Was that the
trying
pajama
to-
party?
Yes, that was the pajama and lingerie party. And I'm trying to hold off until Alexia gets here because I
Then
told
we
her,
won't talk about it.
but I told her
I'll
something.
turn your mic off.
No. I told her something happened there, and I'm trying to decide. Like, I was creeped out by it, but I realized afterward some might find it flattering and sweet, and so I wanted to get people's opinions as to which they considered. But I want to kind of wait for that because I told her I want to bring that up. Something else I want to talk about really quick, my blog. If you go on www.SinCityBounty.com, you will find, scroll down on the left, Toxie Has a Blog is my blog. If you have not subscribed, definitely do so. The new one that's going to be posted anytime, I just summed up 10 different guys, 10 different types of guys that I find that I meet on dating sites. It's not...
On dating sites, not in real life.
Sites. Well, I mean, some I've met, but...
But I mean, the focus is meeting them on dating
Right.
sites, not meeting them in a bar or just
Right.
somebody that you happen to meet or at work or whatever.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. So it's the type of guys I tend to see on dating sites. Now, they're not all bad. Some maybe more so than others.
Now, are these
but
10 that you're interested in, or just this is just my experience going through
this is just
there?
my experience.
You've
so
lumped them into 10 different categories.
I narrowed it down to 10. I'll have more blogs following up with different opportunities, but I want my follow-up blog to be, I know what it's like to be a woman, on a dating site or dating sites and dating, and what type of guys I encounter. And I want to hear from the guys what type of women you encounter.
Skanks.
But what makes a skank?
No. I'm
Is
teasing.
it?
I'm teasing.
Is it somebody who likes to have sex?
I have met a couple of very nice, lovely women on dating sites.
Right. See, here's the thing. A guy who will have sex with lots of women is a stud. A girl who will have sex with a lot of guys is a skank,
Experience.
as you
Oh,
said.
yeah.
But, she could be sexually liberated. She could be, sexually open. So we automatically assign that term to her.
But that's in our society. That's how we've been conditioned.
Right.
So.
Right. So, you find different kinds. Sometimes guys will tell me stories, like they'll share stories of other girls they've met on there. We've asked people on the show before, like, share stories of the types of women you meet. I probably am a type or a couple types myself that, maybe it wasn't a pleasant interaction with me. I don't know. Funny story, though. There's a gentleman. This isn't the one I'm waiting for Alexia for, but there's a gentleman that I've run into a few times. He's a friend of a friend. And so, we're very cordial. He's very nice. It's nice to chat with him. And I've seen him a couple times now, and we've spoke. Well, I just saw him recently on a dating site, and when I clicked, I realized he had reached out to me before. And I had told this gentleman that that I was way too old for him, and that I would spend most of the date wiping invisible spit off his face, and it probably was best that that we not go anywhere with it. So I realized, and I reached back out to him, and I said, "Hey, you're so and so. We've ran into each other many times." And he's like, "Yeah, don't you feel bad for kind of blowing me off?" And I said, "No, actually, if you read it, I was very nice about it. Like, I wished you the best of luck with your search. I was kind of jokey as to, why it's my issue with age. But it was just very funny. I'm like, oh, hey, I know that guy." And yeah, I guess I kind of had a...
So what was he, 8 years old? I mean, if he's too young for you?
Generally 20s. Guys in their 20s are just a little too young. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So... I have it going on here if you want. I have it going live. We do have Elixir in studio, so you don't have to just hear me ramble on about Masturbation Month. Did you know it's National Masturbation Month?
I did.
It is National Masturbation Month. We talked about some masturbation facts. We talked about this site called Tenga, where they will if you pledge to masturbate this month, they will donate money to a company that provides sexual education.
That's always good.
That's always good. So go on, pledge, use the hashtag, masturbate, do all that. Like, jack it off, get it going good. So another thing I kind of wanted to touch on. How are you, by the way?
Horrible. Well, I'm not
We'll
horrible.
share.
Actually, why don't we go ahead and shut that off?
Okay.
I'm not horrible. Because I'm never horrible.
Guys, we're going to end this and start another one that will have a better screen. So tune back in.
Because I'm never horrible. But yesterday I was being a good Samaritan and hurt my knee. So everything takes 5 times as long now. You know, when you were young, you could go to the restroom in like 30 seconds.
Right.
Right? Well, that's wiping and everything. Not now. I don't know how long it takes you when you're an old person anyway, but now I have an injury and I'm old, so there you go.
So it's a pleasant combo. Just a pleasant.
Welcome to
combo
my
for you.
world.
Is that what it is? Is that your world?
So, I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but I wanted to touch on this.
Touch me what? Touch me what?
It's Masturbation Month, so you gotta touch yourself, girl. Touch yourself. So there is a YouTube channel called Daddy05.
Can you spell that?
Daddy05.
Daddy.
Daddy05.
Daddy, okay.
Daddy05. And Daddy05 is a YouTube channel. It's a father with 5 kids, and it's a prank channel.
I know, I did see this on the news.
So this prank channel, although I've never seen it prior, there was another YouTuber, Philip DeFranco, who's very eloquent, by the way. He's very popular. And he put together a little compilation of...
Compilation.
Compilation?
Not copulation.
What's copulation?
You don't know what copulation is?
What is it?
It's yeah.
Maybe it was that.
It's masturbating
Copulation.
with a partner.
He put together a video.
A compilation.
Compilation. They're so close. We're talking
not
a
really.
letter. We're talking a letter or two off here.
Not if you're doing it right.
He
Now,
compiles.
that can be a compilation of copulation.
Yes. That's called RedTube. Or yeah.
He compiled several videos
'Kay.
together, so that I did see.
Of
and
this Daddy
of this
05.
Daddy05. And what it is basically they prank the children. And usually these videos end up with the 9-year-old crying and getting really upset and crying like, I don't want to do videos, and just getting really upset. One video that I saw part of, they squirted some type of disappearing ink or invisible ink on the carpet. Basically, ink was there, it would go away after a while. They squirted it on there and they yelled up here, Cody, what did you do? And he comes up, but it wasn't just them going, oh my gosh, you got some ink on there and you're so bad and now you need to clean it. They were screaming at him.
Yeah.
They were going, what the fuck did you do? And I can't fucking believe this. The level in which they were screaming and the comfort with which they had in their choices of words and their tone and everything.
You don't have on here how many views those videos got, though.
I don't.
Which are in the millions.
Millions. They were monetizing off of them.
Right. So the story that I saw was actually an elongated, another word that goes with copulation, an elongated story that talked about how at first they were just minor pranks on the kids. And then they would prank the mom, and once in a while they would prank the dad. But they were so popular that they started planning a lot of the pranks, and the kids knew that
They
the more they reacted, the more they cried, the more they, screamed or threw a fit or whatever, they would get more views.
Right. Well, that's what they said.
That's
that
what they
the kids
said,
were
yes.
in on it. That I have no doubt that the kids knew they were making prank videos, but they said that it was all staged. The kids were in on it, but the ones I watched were very. I have a kid. I mean, they seem like they're put them in Hollywood if it was true. But
when people yell at their dogs. When I go into somebody's house and the first person say, "Shut the fuck up, you goddamn stupid ass dog," it hurts my heart.
right.
So I can imagine.
So-
I didn't watch any of the videos because I'm not a prank person ever. I've never been a prank person. So those kinds of things. I don't even watch the Three Stooges. I am not a Three Stooges fan because of that crap.
I like pranks.
I know.
These were beyond pranks. These were just so far beyond pranks. And so what ended up happening is it became outrage. So then they put out another video saying, all of you haters are stressing out my family. We're getting death threats. You're causing my kids stress. It's the haters.
Didn't someone
that's
call
doing this.
like CPS, Australian
They
CPS or
said-
something on them?
First they said in this haters video that CPS has already been called and investigated and found nothing.
Right.
So it escalated even beyond. Now it turns out two of the kids, I don't know about the older three, the two youngest, including Cody, who was often the butt of the joke, the two youngest, the mom was their stepmom. So they're now with their biological mom. She got an emergency order to
Right.
have her kids, and the youngest have now been removed from the home. So it's crazy to think what they would do for views and to be able to monetize off of it. It's insane.
I've seen some. I've seen some videos in my day. I swear to God, and I wonder about that too. Why would you be willing to subject yourself or do something like this just for views on YouTube or on Facebook or whatever? And I don't want to say it's about the generation because it's not. These are what 35, 40-year-old parents.
and there's a
So-
lot of them out there where it's the adults who are, a lot of families, and they want to show their family life and everything. But there was one in which one of the videos I saw a short clip of where he threw him into a bookcase, and then the kid went on his pillow crying. When he gets up, you see blood on the pillow and blood on his nose, and the dad said, no, it's a stain on the pillow and a scab on his nose.
But it's all about the viewers, though, right? I mean, granted, the people who are making the videos, there's a lot of fault there. There's a lot of fault that lays in with the parents and whatever kids were cohorts. But the viewers keep watching,
They do.
watching.
And they had, I read that they had two distinct types of viewers. The first thought it was cool, and they kept watching for that reason. The second group kept watching because they were outraged, and so they
That's the only reason I
stopped.
follow Trump on Twitter. Well, that I, have
don't
him on one
follow
of my
him. I'll
lists.
look.
I
Yeah,
have
I don't follow
I have him on one of my lists so I can go see what the hell he's talking about.
But it's the same with there are some out there like, well, I mean, even Tommy, what is it, Lahir.
I know the blonde Republican.
Yeah, I mean, hers was a lot of her viewers where they either love her or they come on to hate on her and bitch about what she has to say.
I'm sure we have a few viewers that are like that too. They go, God, these women are so fat. Oh my God, how can they do that?
How can you? This is what we get. How can you be healthy? You're not. Are you worried about your health?
Actually, I just answered to one of our YouTube comments with YEP. Yep.
So.
But most of you guys are great, so keep commenting. Most of you guys are wonderful.
Wait, what'd you just say?
Most of you guys are great.
What'd you say after that?
Most of you guys are wonderful. Keep commenting.
Oh, I thought
You
you
thought
said
she
keep
said
coming.
coming.
Did I say copulating?
No.
No.
I thought
Okay.
you said keep
Thought
coming.
he said coming.
But keep copulating too. Hey, and May is Masturbation Month, so once a day.
It all ties in.
And also, just as a coincidence, May 6th, this Saturday, is the 13th annual World Naked Gardening Day.
My favorite day of the year.
Well, alrighty then.
I don't garden, but it gives me a reason to walk outside naked.
There you go.
So
I remember I have some posters that I put up last year or a few years ago that I believe were put out by a governmental health agency about May being Masturbation Month. That's not going to happen this year, probably.
yeah.
I would bet all of the money that I have in the bank, which is not much, but I would bet all the money that I have in the bank that our government will not release anything like that this month. It may have not have been the government. It just looked official.
I know which one you're talking about. Wendy said, I think pranks are mean too. Tim
Yes.
said, I think it depends on the content. This is crazy, but as someone who used to make jackass-styled videos, it's the fun of trying to see how far you can push it, which is great as an individual doing it to yourself, but you're involving children. I mean, one was 9, and I don't think he was clearly unhappy about doing the videos.
I think one of the reasons why I don't like pranks is because they can go too far.
Well, his next
If
comment
you're
is...
doing them right.
His next comment is, I broke my jaw during the rehearsal of one of those videos.
Yeah. But I think a lot of people don't know the stop line. You know, it was a prank, it was funny, but they keep going until it becomes cruel and unusual.
Right.
And I see it all the time. Or people will get hurt, like breaking their jaw. Or there's a friend of mine, and she loved pranks. And this was at a place where I was working. And she went and unscrewed another person's, those swivel chairs. And the chair broke. The girl broke her hip.
Please don't unscrew the swivel chairs.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
writing these ideas down.
It's a
I
funny
see you
prank,
writing, I
but
assumed.
No.
even the slightest, most benign pranks can go haywire.
If there's a possibility of somebody getting hurt,
And that's how it should be. But
Right.
people don't think that way.
nah.
Right.
Especially people who like to do pranks. They go, well, it'll be funny. Or they don't even think of it at all.
And we know how 63 million of them voted. Yeah.
Tim just said, the other Tim, just finished up with my favorite one-handed workout. Awkward that it was at the gym. Which is what I suspected you were doing at the gym to begin with. So, no shock there. It's why I thought you went.
Where can you do it at the gym? Like, are you alone in the sauna or...
The locker room, the restroom.
Yeah, but there's other
balcony
dudes in the
upstairs.
locker room, right?
Not all the time.
No?
You have a towel. You have a sweat towel.
But someone could walk in. Oh, is that what the draw is? Someone can walk in and catch you masturbating?
Does this
It's like
happen at
doing
the
it in an
gyms?
elevator.
What's that?
Doing it in an elevator. Copulating in an elevator.
But the people get a thrill out of there are a lot of
Yeah.
people that get a thrill out of almost getting caught. Those are the people who like to do it in public.
He said, fair
Public.
enough. Shower, bathroom stall.
Bathroom stall, okay, I can see. Even shower, I can see. Although when I used to go to the gym, it was a very flimsy. No, there was no curtain on half of them.
The one I used to go to had a curtain.
Okay.
And you wear your flip-flops because there's people who masturbate in the shower. So I would always go in wearing flip-flops.
Do you, nuzzle up against one of the jets in the pool or the jacuzzi?
Not anymore.
Not since you got stuck in one of the jets.
No, because they're blowing out.
Well,
No, it's usually women who do that.
I was going to say, I don't see an issue, but makes a little more sense now. So I was telling everybody before that I had a story I wanted to share and I wanted to get feedback on.
Okay.
But I wanted to wait until you were here.
I'm here.
So Saturday night, I went to Red Label. It was pajama and
Lingerie
night.
How was it? Was it good? Was it classy?
It was very classy.
Good.
And I will tell you that the place was jam-packed to the point where you could not walk through.
Of course. It's pajama lingerie night.
And what ended up happening was there was also another group who came in they were prearranged. They had like an after party. So they all came. They were arriving, by the vehicle loads. So there was a group there in no lingerie and pajamas, like completely just in like dressed up fancy clothes. So you have people there in like their lingerie nightie, and the next person's in like a suit, and it was very interesting.
Were there any nerd girls with their Star Trek pajamas or?
No.
I would have hung out.
There
in
was
that
one
corner.
Batgirl.
I
think.
That was me. And the reason for that, and I've worn it before. It's not a surprising shirt. I think the time we did a pajama photo shoot for the show, I wore it as well. And I just wore my little, it's like a Batman top and my yoga pants because I sleep naked. So I had to improvise. But it was a lot of fun. So what happened was...
All of our viewers just like swooned right now. You know that, right?
So...
At the party.
A gentleman came up to me and he's like, hey, you're beautiful. Do you want to talk? Do you want to hang out? He was hitting on me, and I just said, no, thank you.
Was he a regular? I mean, have you seen him before?
I haven't seen him before.
Okay. Was he dressed or in pajamas and lingerie?
He was dressed.
Okay.
So, but whether he was dressed for that party or the other party, I don't know. But he was dressed. He looked nice. He was a nice-looking guy. But I wasn't, I don't really go to pick up guys. And so, I was just hanging out with my friends and kind of having fun. So I told him, no, thank you. And, I appreciate it, thanks. And he, he asked, can I buy you a drink? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm just drinking water. And I went back in, and a little while later, I was sitting next to my friend, and he comes back in and just sits down right next to me, and he said, I know you're divorced, and you have a daughter who's very active in soccer, and so most of your time is spent focused on your daughter. And I understand that. I just want to, get to know you and hang out with you a bit. And so my reaction was, who the fuck told you that?
I think that would have been everybody's first reaction.
I was shocked. I was completely shocked. I know I talk about a lot on here, and I do talk about the fact that...
And you just told the whole thing,
parent,
right? So you just gave the litany of things that are going on that's going on in your life. Right. So now anybody who watches the show would be able to approach you.
But the thing is, it's one thing if I tell it.
Right.
It is one thing if I share with you, viewers, many of which I don't even know, my personal information. It's not anything I haven't talked about on this show, but I've shared it with you.
Right.
I haven't sat here while you shared it with everyone.
Right.
Or you didn't share it while I was out one night.
Right.
This is information that I chose to share.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, I make it a point to, I asked around, he said, I make it a point, if I like somebody, I make it a point to get to know more about them. And so, he kept trying. He's like, do you want to dance? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm just hanging out here with my friend. Like, I'm fine.
This is after your initial reaction. Your initial reaction wasn't to hit him with your purse and run away screaming.
No, but
Okay.
I was like, who the fuck told you that?
Did you? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Exact
but I
words?
said it nicer. I didn't say it that
Okay.
mean. But I did say, who the fuck told you that? Kind of, it was obvious I was a little weirded out.
Right.
And,
But he kept bothering you then.
Well, he asked a few more times, and then he's like, all right, I got it. And he got up and left, and that was it. So afterward, I thought, did I overreact? Like, I really wasn't mean. I know I just kind of shouted it here. I was a little bit nicer, but I did still use, my words. But I was a little, thrown off. And I thought about it after, so I want everybody's feedback. Is it creepy?
Definitely, initially, very creepy.
Or is it flattering that somebody felt, the need to really go and ask about me and try and get some information to use it as a conversation starter?
I think maybe back in the day, back in the old days or something, it might have been kind of cool, But today, in this society where stalkers are rampant and things just happen to single women all the time, You can't walk to your car sometimes without being accosted by someone. It's a more dangerous world, I think, that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the first reflex is, whoa. When you think about it, it's kind of cool, but still a little stalker creepy.
Do you think maybe it was too soon?
Um,
Like, let's say maybe the guy had seen you a couple of times, or you had seen him a couple of times at different places,
And then he came out
started
and
asking
said,
around, and wow, who's that? But I think for the first time
I think
to
it
be
was
hitting on
creepy
you,
to announce it. That's what he did.
yeah,
Right. Like
Right.
maybe, maybe lead in with find something else out. Like don't go down my my personal life like,
Pull
I
out
hear,
your FBI file.
right, or like, hey, I heard you like to masturbate often, or something like that. Like maybe, hey, I heard you
He doesn't know where
like
you
to
live, does he?
dance. No.
Okay.
I hope nobody told him that.
yeah.
But I had a friend afterward who was a little inebriated, maybe
Just a little?
a little from a few different things, and she's the one who told me that. In not so many words, she said you had a gentleman who was a little enamored with you, and so I assume she's the one who told him.
So does that make it less creepy because it was a friend who told him that stuff?
No.
No.
No, because obviously he, had to go ask.
Get new,
do you
new
think
friends.
Do you think he would, if he would have said, "Hey, I was talking to your friend and she told me some things about you because I kind of really like you," and then the conversation would have started from there, would it have been as creepy?
I don't know, because that's not what happened. Like I don't know.
I know, but
I don't know. I'd have to have it happen that way to kind of know. I mean,
what's our audience saying?
Wendy said, haven't laughed so much in a long time. Tim said, creepy as fuck. Dawn said, yeah, a bit. Tim said, wow, that is kind of creepy, especially since you have never talked to him before. That's true. It'd be different if we had, talked a few times and then he's like, hey, I'm going to get more info. Dawn, how many bricks does it take to get a no? Apparently quite a few. Tim, nope, I don't think you overreacted at all. Very creepy. Tim, fuck politeness. SSDGM.
I don't know what that
So
is.
sorry. I don't know what that means either.
Something did Jesus something.
Total stalker. Nishoba said creepy. Wendy said kind of like fake news. I think she shouldn't have said anything either, but that's a different topic. Your friends shouldn't have given out your info. I agree.
But
Friends, don't give out that kind of info to strangers for me. Thank you.
But the thing is that with today's social media,
True.
stalking is a part of everyday life.
It is, but
I'm
wanna get to
not
my
saying
social
that's
media?
good. I don't think that's a good thing, but I'm saying that's probably why he felt comfortable doing that.
there's a difference. If you want to get to my social media, chances are you either do so through the show,
Right.
and my page is open, so you're welcome to discuss anything you find on my Toxie O'Shea page. Anything at all. You want to approach me and ask me about something I posted? By all means. You want to message me and ask about something that I publicly shared on my page? Absolutely. But to get my personal info, I have to allow you to do so. And that's not something I would do with a complete stranger in a bar.
What if it was a fan? And we've talked about your life and the soccer life and the daughter, and we've talked about all of these things and where your head is at. And what if it was a fan that flew in from? We have a brand new fan from Ireland that we love very much because he's from Ireland.
Ireland.
But don't you think he would have said something like
Yes.
Right,
Yes,
he would have
because-
introduced
that?
himself
Because they
as,
have.
"Hey, I'm a
Because they
listener to the
have.
show." Right.
Right, because they have.
Yeah.
So that would make it less creepy, right?
That it might make it a little less creepy because they're basing it, to me, they're basing the points they're bringing up in conversation off of information that they got from me. They didn't go around asking people about me and getting this personal information.
Okay, then let me ask this.
Yes.
If the guy had showed up and sat down and went through all of this, and instead of saying, I'd like to buy you a drink, or can I buy you a drink, if he had said, can I buy you a taco?
Well, everybody has a line, and that's mine.
That's why I asked.
So, I mean,
So now we know if somebody's going to creep you out, they better buy you a taco,
you don't even
right?
have. Yeah, you don't even have to go ask for the info around the bar. Like,
Yeah.
buy me a taco, I'll tell it to you. That's probably not how it works. I don't know.
So I think it was just his approach was creepy. But then he did tell you that he asked about you,
Right.
right? That didn't dull the creep factor at all?
Not for me, but like I said afterward, I thought, oh, did I kind of overreact to that? So
I think there's two sides. You know, you can or you can't, and whatever works for you works for you. Was he cute enough that you would want to see him again?
I mean, yeah, he was really cute. He was nice, but I wasn't there to pick someone up.
Yeah.
You know?
But wait, the fact that you felt creeped out.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
valid.
That's valid.
Right.
And for whatever reason, you know, maybe you didn't like the color of shirt he was wearing and that creeped you out. But that, regardless of what his approach was, you
I
felt
don't think
creeped
I don't think I was creeped out until it was the information.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like he didn't creep me out when he first approached me. I just wasn't interested. I wasn't there for that.
But
I wasn't.
what I'm saying is there was something in his actions or what he did or what he said that creeped you out.
Well, I think she had said no like 4 times before he approached
Right.
you again.
Right. I think
And
the
then came
difference-
at you with all this personal information. Oh yeah, totally fucking creepy. Sorry.
So I think for me the difference would be if he came back over and sat down and he's like, so, you know, do you have kids? Are you married? What's your situation? Maybe I would have engaged in a conversation at that point. Maybe.
Let me ask you a hypothetical, which I know you don't know if you can answer. But let's say he did it the right way, enough to where you would take his number, text him, call him, go out with him for a while. 2 or 3 weeks into a relationship, he goes, I knew a lot about you beforehand because I went and stalked you a little bit. How would you feel about that? Because that's what I do.
Right. I will tell you guys.
But wait, by
that's
that
what
point
most women do.
she has gotten a chance to know him.
Yes.
Right.
And, he's
And
got a
would
chance
know
to
whether
me,
or
right?
not his intentions were
Right. And
honorable or
if he's able to stalk me at that point, I would have given him enough information for him to be able to do so. Guys, I don't know if you're aware of this, and I don't know if guys do this too. Women will check the fuck out of you.
No shit.
They will check the fuck out of you.
But if you do it to them, they get creeped out.
You mean after? After they've dated, like went on a date?
No. I mean beginning. But no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
talking
Before
after,
the first date?
obviously. No, I'm
Yeah.
talking
No, but,
more.
you're
like,
right,
you have
after-
to have
No.
their
If I
info.
run into some dude at the comic book store and he gives me his name, and usually I say, well, let's friend each other on Facebook. I will go.
You'll
I
go
will
and check it out.
like a
Absolutely.
fine-tooth comb. I will
Absolutely.
check out his profile.
Absolutely. And when the guy goes, I don't have Facebook.
That's kind of a sign to me.
Then they're married. Just so you know. You'll find that in my blog. Then they're married. So, ladies, if a guy tells you that, listen to me. 30 seconds.
Jesus.
30 minutes? 30 seconds.
Seconds. Shit, we've been here
So-
for 2.5 hours.
So, really quick, a fan would have announced he was a fan, and that's true.
Yeah.
They do. They definitely do. The other Tim, I think he thought he was trying to be a Christian Grey type, all-knowing and powerful, but we know Christian Grey is, in real life,
Who
is
the
a
fuck is Christian
fucking
Grey?
monster from 50 Shades
50
of Grey.
Shades
Oh,
of Grey.
Wendy said I'd like a taco. Me too, Wendy. Me too. Dawn, how you deliver info can be creepy for sure. What if he asked right from the jump? I don't know.
Asked what right from the jump?
About a taco? Then the answer's yes.
Hey, I'm Alexia.
I'm Toxie.
We'll be back next week if you're brave enough.
Later, bitches!